Hey Kaiju fans, so I got another book review for you here, and this one is called Godzilla Dream, and it's basically all the models that an individual named Yuji Sakai sculpted, and he's probably by far my favorite Godzilla sculptor out there. This was released by Hobby Japan. I think it came out, let me see, just to make sure, it came out in 2005-ish maybe. I'm going to go ahead and kind of thumb through this because some of the models here are absolutely terrific. Not only has he done sculpts for Kyoto, but also, which is a model company, but he does a lot of collaboration with X Plus, and anytime you see Yuji Sakai, you know it's a great sculpt because his level of precision, care, and representation of every Godzilla movie to be very accurate is in my mind second to none. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and thumb through this here. Alright, so we got the opening pages. Looks like maybe not necessarily all, but a good representative sample of a lot of the sculpts he's done. Okay, so it looks like we're starting with Godzilla 1962. And I think this might be a pretty big one. So, if I remember correctly, it is a model kit, but yeah, it's quite big. So that's a nice looking one. The support for the tail, because again, some of the props and the positions of these figures sometimes defy gravity in a way, so you have to sort of support them. But nevertheless, I like the irises in this 62 version. Okay, yeah, this is one of my favorite Godzilla figures. This was made by Kyoto. It is 1 meter tall and it is enormous. I have one in my back room here. Obviously, it was painted by myself and my dad as a young person. So you know, not nearly as beautiful as this particular sculpt, but it is enormous and probably one of my favorite models of all time, just because I think the figure itself costs about $1,000, and then you have to put it together, and you also have to put expansive foam in the legs, because there's so much weight on the figure that if you just mount it on the original plastic, it'll start to sag. So it's really that robust, and it's probably one of the biggest Godzilla models that you can buy, other than like something that costs, let's say, $10,000, $20,000, or $40,000. So yeah, this one is terrific, and this is by far one of my favorite sculpts that he's ever done. Yeah, I think this was also a Kyoto kit. I picked one up in Japan. I didn't end up building it, but it sort of degraded over time, so I had to chuck that one. And I think some of these versions were also used in some of the Bandai, the small figurines that I've done some reviews on. So I think Yuji Sakai, there's sort of an indication when he worked on those pieces of content, and yeah, he's got his fingerprint in just about all Godzilla sculpts, whatever brand you purchase it from, it seems like. Oh, that's really cool. So, maybe another piece of commentary here is that he literally replicates a scene in the movie. So, yeah, whenever you look at some of the dioramas that are sculpted by him, you're like, oh, I know exactly where that scene came from. It's not just sort of out of context or random, or maybe taking a lot of creative liberties. It's really trying to capture those moments, and that's what I've always liked about Yuji Sakai's work here. 95 Godzilla. Oh boy, yeah, I wish I could get my hands on this one here, but yeah, this was some massive model kit, and obviously it requires a very good artist to be able to make all the seams, and not only to paint it with in a very realistic manner, but all the shading and all this other kind of stuff. And yeah, I'd love to be able to get my hands on this and into the also transferring that to a capable artist can really make it look like this image here. But this is awesome. Just the action is terrific. Just imagine him walking through the beach or on nearby Mothra, yeah, just the expression is just so reminiscent of that. Yeah, I've seen this many times out there. I'm sure that this has been replicated or copied, but yeah, I think this probably is the original. But yeah, this is like, it's just accurately reflects the movie poster, and I don't think this necessarily happened in the movie as a actual scene, but nevertheless, just the way it wraps the intertwined characters is to me second to none. So I think he did a terrific job on that one as well. Yep, he's totally recreating the scenes here. Like, to me, these the way he's capturing it, and obviously the photography surrounding it, it's almost better than the movie, because I guess when you're watching the movie, it's kind of all in motion and a lot of things are kind of happening, but with these figures or these dioramas, it's like that snapshot in time, and you have the wonderful ability to kind of turn it around and see the scene from all angles, and that's what I always loved about the dioramas. Yeah, and again, this totally does a great job of recreating the movie poster. Yep, that's awesome. I love that. It's like, yeah, you can just put this in front of the movie poster, and yeah, you've represented the movie in a very unique way, at least in your collection. Yeah, that's great. Just the forced perspective, and I know they made a smaller version of this as well, but I think part of this is a full size model kit. That's nice. Yep, you got a lot of these guys here. Yeah, I guess I find myself liking the Godzilla dioramas more and more as I get older, just because it sort of, again, captures a moment in time, and particularly again with the details, it's hard to beat, and that's why I'm sort of preferential to these kind of model kits as opposed to like more of the sofubi kinds, which are are sort of artistic in their own way, but here it's like an actual event that is being documented in a physical medium. So I'd like that perhaps a bit more than the former. Yeah, I guess this is a cool section, just his process. Like, well, how does he go about taking a piece of like it's some kind of foam, or could be wrong, but yeah, just taking literally a block of whatever and crafting this very intricate model. So yeah, it's always nice to see that process and every step he takes, the crafting, the using heat, the detail, the paint. Yeah, I don't know how long these things take, but certainly it's a beautiful process and years. Yep. And that's basically it. Yeah, so I hope that was somewhat informative. Yeah, so this is again called Godzilla Dream by Hobby Japan. And if you like this content, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, and head over to Kaiju Kingdom Collectibles if you'd like to check out some other Godzilla products more in the near term, and yeah, hopefully we can help satisfy those desires. Catch you next time. Thank you.